Hi, I'm Zaid, one of the creators of Falcons, the U.S. Air Force Academy board game. In this video, I'll explain how to play Falcons while Sam, my co-creator, demonstrates. Setup. Place the year counter pawn on 1. Shuffle the academic, training, action, and event decks and place each of them on their designated spot on the board. Each player then draws 1 academic, 1 training, and 1 action card to form their starting hand. Put the character tokens in the bag and place it near the board. Place the 4 final competition cards face up on the board in the correct order. Duly Recognition should be the top card. Shuffle the competition deck and place 4 competition cards face up on each of the 2 competition spots on the board. Each player selects a color and places their player card in front of them. You can turn it over to see a quick reference of the rules. Place the star of your color on the 0 space of the score track. Randomly place each player's cadet on one of the starting spaces of the Terrazzo. Objective. The objective of Falcons is to have the most points at the end of 4 rounds, called years. As you gain points, move your star up the score track. Moving your cadet. It is your turn to move when your cadet is nearest the start of the Terrazzo. To move your cadet, place them on another space further down the Terrazzo. Only 1 cadet can be on a space at a time, and you cannot move to a space on your same section of the Terrazzo. However, you may skip sections of the Terrazzo, but if you do, you cannot go backwards. After you land on a space, do what its symbol says by drawing cards, gaining or losing points, or gaining a character token. Character. When you draw a character token, look at it, but keep it secret from all other players. Character tokens will only be revealed at the end of the game. Competitions. Play continues with the cadet nearest the start of the Terrazzo taking their turn, and so on. Play continues this way until beginning a competition. A competition begins when all players are on or ahead of it on the Terrazzo. All players in the competition select up to 3 cards from their hand matching the competition type, either academic or training. The final competition each year counts as both types. After all players have selected their cards, players simultaneously reveal. Each player adds the values of the cards they play. The player with the highest total receives the first place award shown on the card. If multiple players have the same total, the cadet closest to the end of the Terrazzo wins the tie. The player with the second highest total receives a second place award, and so on. You must play at least 1 academic or training card in a competition to receive an award. The winner of the competition removes the card from the board and places it in front of them to show off their accomplishment at the Air Force Academy. Some competition cards have special bonuses the winning player may use once later in the game. If a competition card in front of you has special ability text, you can discard it later to carry out its effect. Action cards in your hand can be played by any player at any time to perform special actions such as re-rolling dice or stealing cards. There is no limit to the number of action cards you can play. End of year. Each year ends with the final competition. After completing the year's final competition, move all cadets to the start of the Terrazzo in the same order. Move the year counter pawn to the next year, and reveal 1 event card. Event cards change the rules of Falcons for all players and stay in effect for the rest of the game. After reading the event card, continue play normally. The cadet nearest the start of the Terrazzo takes their turn. End of game. The game ends after completing graduation in year 4. After graduation, each player reveals and counts the numbers shown on their character tokens. Their player with the most character earns 6 bonus points. If multiple players tie for the most character, they split the 6 points. In a 3 or 4 player game, the player with the least character is expelled and automatically gets last place, no matter how many points they have. If 2 or more players tie for the least amount of character, no player is expelled. After awarding bonus points and expelling a player, the remaining player with the most points wins the game. You now know everything you need to know to play Falcons, the U.S. Air Force Academy board game. Consult the rulebook for any clarifications and have fun.